A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. My name is Matt, aka Road Jedi 88. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below. And let's continue with Retake the Palace. We are going to do free play. We're going to start off here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to shut up some of these battle droids. They shouldn't disturb us, but I just want to go ahead and get some of these guys out of the way. I already don't like looking at their faces. Anyways, I'm going to start off here. There is a power-up over here. But I'm going to prep a couple things. I'm going to prep this right here, just in case I can get it in enough time spent. It is not a guarantee. It's just a hope. Now, the power-up is inside this tree. Grab the power-up, and remember, there's only a timer on it. So, I want to make use of it to at least, if anything, snag up the Republic Lego Stud credits up on the balconies above us, so I don't have to worry about jumping all the way across them, because they can be a little challenging doing all that. Had I had enough time, my hope was to be able to jump up on this little pedestal thing that or whatever, Lego tree, whatever you want to call it, tree stand, whatever, to get the Lego pieces, Lego studs that were up above for a high jump. That power up, it collides from a wider radius. It multiplies the currency value as well. So in free play, we're trying to objectively go to, we're trying to get true Jedi ranking. That requires the money. The brass colors are worth 10. The gray are worth 100. The blue are worth 1,000, and the purple are worth 10,000. You add up that power up, I think it like doubles or triples it. Triples them in value. We also need the 10 mini kits, and we need the power brick. So my first focus right now is getting all the currency in this courtyard area. It's going to take about half of the chapter to get true Jedi ranking. Now I'm going to do a double check to make sure when I did it with the power up, it was all collected up here, and it looks like it was. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to silence the rest of the battle droids from down here. You can even shoot out the ones that are up on the upper tier, although the ones on the left side might be a little bit harder to get, and if you can't get them, then yeah, you might have to actually be up there in person to get the last two to the left. But you should be able to shoot out everyone else from down here easily, no problem. You just need a good angle, or at least it helps. The ones on the left are no guarantee, but if you get lucky, great. If not, then you'll have to get them in person when you go up there. So I'm going to break this down. I'm getting the Lego studs that are along the either side of the archways, and then from there I'm going to work my direction from the left side of the courtyard to the right side of the courtyard. You can get the taxpayers' tax dollars out of the government, tax-paid government properties out of the silo containers, the lights with the Force. I guess Jedis and Siths are who we are paying our electric bills to, because they seem to be able to make money off of turning on the lights, whereas I'm always getting robbed. But anyways, set up this ramp. There's money in the battle droid tank, as well as the archways of the ramp, or the side arches. And like I said, I want to focus from the left side to the right. Lights, flower pots, anything that breaks and gives you money. And wherever people have drop money from holes in their pockets and not realizing just how much change is falling out of them. I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, it's a tedious process, but if you want to be a true Jedi in your free play, this is what we got to do. So, we do what we got to do, right? Like I said, it'll be about half the level. And then the opportunities for power-ups, take advantage of them. Right here at this window, there's a mini kit behind it. You have to bust open both the windows. There's also money that comes out of it. As you saw, I couldn't get to the blue Lego stud pieces, and that would have been nice because they're worth $1,000 a piece. But that upper window was kind of making it difficult for me to get through. But you can take it out. You gotta shoot it, or if you can't do the Jedi lightsaber ground attack, I mean, there's multiple ways of trying to address that, but whichever is going to work for you. I had to kind of play around here to finally get it. But there's our first mini kit. Now over here, you can jump across. I'm going to go with R2. Be careful when you're going in between ledges, and if it makes it easier, you can go to classic controls, so you can have better manual control of what is happening as you're going across here, because it is easy to fall off. If you fall off, then you got to come back up again. Now, up here on the third balcony, I am going to go to a jumping character so I can get up on this ledge that has money on it. And now I want to drop back down below. We have the right side of the courtyard to collect money out of. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to address the right side. The lights, the silo containers, the flower pots, and the loose change. Once we get up to the top, our second mini kit is behind that window shutter. I almost said blue mini kit. We're not there yet. Worst case scenario, I might have to break this down into 2 parts, because this is a very long chapter. This is the longest chapter in the episode. I only have so much storage space on my hard drive that I'm running this off of. So I'm having to innovate and improvise as to how I can get this put together with commentation, edited in, and worst case scenario is challenge mode might have to be on a separate video for this chapter. If not, then it'll be all in one and you can just ignore what I just said. But if it's not included in this, then there'll be a part 2, or specifically just for the challenge. So I'm just heads up. Anyways, we're gonna come into the next placing. I'm gonna go in and jet across with R2. We don't have a whole squad of people that we can't convert to have to worry about getting across that gap. And I want to screw with these guys. I want to go in as one of them. Watch, that droideka is going to disappear. This one threw me off. I don't know if this is like some kind of an in-game cheat or a bug, because I came in rolling in as one of them. Those battle droids were completely taken by surprise that I just betrayed them. But this is Retake Theed Palace. We're evicting all the freeloading squatters. So they came in and storming the place, thinking they owned the place. Taxpayers are going to have a lot of things to say about that, along with why Queen Amidala is allowing me to come through and tear the palace up for their tax dollars. You'll need a high jumper for that Lego stud. The first time I tried selecting it, and this is one downfall about doing this green touch approach, is that it may make you think that you're selecting it, but yet somehow not register. So keep an eye on that, because you might have to go double click it again. Triple click. I've had rounds where I did about a dozen times because it just was not registering. I imagine the Xbox 360 probably would have ran on much smoother than this, would be my guess. Anyways, there's money in the windows. Like I said, continue pissing off the taxpayers. There's money in the lights. There's money everywhere. And yet it's taken us half the level to get True Jedi. That is just crazy. But someone who's in recovery, if there's anything I do know, if you want something bad enough, you'll go through hell and fire to get whatever it is you're just desperate for. And in this case, if we want True Jedi, we will go through every tedious process to get that. Now, won't we? We are gonna, when we come out here, we're gonna assassinate the statue. The royal statue, we're gonna assassinate it. And we are going to step on that button, open the panel wall, and get our mini kit. There was also money in that statue's butt. Basically just turn that statue into a pinata. Grab what we need here. And once again, before I open the door, I'm gonna play a little bluff on these guys. Why did we have to come to this door? Why are you in my home? Get out. And you know, when I was in Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps in high school, the first thing they taught us, don't ever let anyone break your squad line. Ever. I mean, look what happened. I broke the squad line and them. This is why in the military, you never let anyone break your squad line. They might just break you. Continuing on, we're going to bust the windows, get paid off the lights as if we're the electric company. I lose money turning on my lights. The Sith and the Jedi seem to make money when they do it. So I guess that explains who was running the electric companies. If you ever wonder why your electric bill is going up, it's because your electric company is being ran by Sith Lords. So, we've stacked the blocks. As you saw, I stacked those blocks. And we are going to jump up it, but you are going to need a high jumper to get all the way up. I mean, Darth Maul might look cute trying to force jump for it, but he's not going to make it all the way up. We'll need the clumsy Jar Jar to make it, or Captain Tarpals. Well, unless you got it, unless you're already kind of ahead and they're just backtracking. Then I mean, there's other characters that high jump too, but the Gungans definitely do. Although I cannot. I've yet to actually play Boss Nass, but I really cannot see that fat Gungan making a high jump at all. That's too much weight to have to lift up. Anyways, we're gonna snag the money out of the lights, assassinate this royal statue. Like every statue in this palace is a pinata also. We keep Picasso in picture paintings around here, because there's not enough pictures of Queen Amidala throughout the palace. But then again, there wasn't enough certain pictures in the Eagle's Nest either. That's a World War II reference, for those who get where I'm going at with that one. I'm not going to get too much into details with that, but we're going to come on down here once again. Hello, buddies. What's up? What's going on here? Hey, get out of here. You don't belong here. That's right. I'm betraying you. Those two had no idea why I just started shooting at them. Anyways. Okay, so when you see the red, specifically red, force-sensitive energy glowing, that is for your Dark Force users specifically. Your Jedi cannot make use of them. So we're going to run around here. Continue robbing the taxpayers of their electric bills. I cannot imagine what the electric bill looks like for this palace. Of course, having their own electric power generator section where we fight Darth Maul. I would hope that helps compensate, but still. Anyways, this rocket-looking wall, we're going to use a force on it. The Dark Force. And there's a mini kit. And as someone who has a side hobby of building model rockets, I do not recommend building an actual rocket inside your home. You get a good model rocket built, though. Kind of like what they did in October Sky. If you build it right, you get the payloads and the parachuting and just all the parts. You get the aerodynamics, everything. You can make use of that rocket more than once. But of course, I mean, it takes a little bit of time playing around to conceptually get it to where it shoots right without blowing up off the pad or crash landing hard from the parachute. Either not ejecting or burning up on the way down. If you have places similar to like Hobby Lobby or like a craft store in your area, you can get model rocket kits, but they're kind of the cheaper end material stuff. Like if you want a good sufficient model rockets, watch the movie October Sky. They really built some good stuff there. They built the real deals there. We're going to continue on with the story. I'm going to continue on bluffing. Infiltrate. We're going to backtrack just a little because these window shutters to the right break open and there's money. So we're going after that true Jedi still, right? So this time I'm going to work this courtyard from the right direction to the left. There is a power-up in a salad container to the left, but I am saving that for the massive collection of Lego studs that are kind of in higher ground areas and behind some pillars and within some windows that are on the left side of the courtyard. I'm going to save that power-up specifically for those. Because you can draw in from a larger, wider radius and multiply a lot of that currency all at once. There is Lego studs in the fountain. Use the force on the fountain heads. And like I said, there is a power-up to the left. Once you're done swimming around in the fountain, like Bruce Wayne and his girls, we are gonna put together that little Lego tree stand and grab our power-up. I'm gonna run quickly over here. I probably could have gone a little bit further, like underneath that archway, and jumped so I can get the Lego studs that are up over on top of it. And I didn't think to do that, but I'm throwing that out there for anyone who is following along, so you can maybe be ahead on that one. But keep in mind that power up only has so much amount of time. It does not last forever. It's like barely 15 seconds maybe. I'm guessing maybe 10-15 seconds. It does not last long. So you got to move quick. You can get a massive amount and have that massive amount multiplied in this currency value. That jumps us a nice little spacing closer to the True Jedi ranking. I'm going to grapple up. I'm going to take out these 3 battle droids so they don't keep annoying me with their laser blast. And I'm going to shoot out these window shutters. There is money in the window shutters as well as behind the window shutters. And it would be nice if my secondary character would help pick up money instead of just falling around and looking cute for literally nothing. All right, we're going to jump out of here and we're going to go across over to the bridge. We are almost at True Jedi's. Now, I want to repair this bridge, but I'm not going to go crossing the bridge just yet. I'm going to cross a gap. You see that light over there in front of us? I'm going to go over there. There's also a mini kit and some more money. You could have crawled up with Anakin if you wanted to. That was another possibility of addressing this. But I was kind of breaking it down, the lower level first and then the upper level. I was trying to break it down for you guys. But if you wanted to, you could have crawled up that crawl space with Anakin. Or up the lift with R2. There is that lift just in front of the crawl space down on the ground level. So I'm going to come around here, get the money out of the plot. There is another mini kit in the area. See, this is the money I was saying we probably could have gotten with the power up also from down below. Had I just gone underneath and jumped, it probably, with that wider radius aspect, it probably would have collected it. And the BA martial artist couldn't handle jumping a ledge. I fell off. So I want to use this lift as a quick way to get back up, because Anakin's not crawling up over here, and the grapple points are way on the other side, and the stairs just takes too long. So that lift for R2 is probably about the quickest way of getting back over here. You're going to need the force to set that ledge up, run across here. Now, like we did in Escape from the Boo, where we deliberately had ourselves a jackass moment of jumping off the roof for money. We're going to do that here too, but this time for a window. When we jump off roofs in this game, it's not because we're depressed. It's because there's some kind of monetary value to gain from it. So there was that blue stud that was in place already there, but then extra money for busting that window open. Now we need to get back up. Get out of my home. Nobody lives rent-free here. Go away. So we're going to come across here. And, well, yeah, I want to grab the Lego stud there, but I want to come across here. Now you have 2 blocks and a light that are for force-sensitive use. Overall, force-sensitive. Now the blocks are kind of tricky because there's no guarantee the money that explodes out of it is going to explode in your direction. They might go falling off the ledge just like I did. I mean, you could try to daredevil for the money if you wanted to, jump off the ledge with hopes to grab it before you die. But then you kind of defeat the purpose. So we're going to come up here. So because we don't need that cutscene telling us how to open this gate. We played the story already, right? We know what needs to be done. Since we're already over here, let's go ahead and hit that button. We don't need that cutscene dictating us. We've already done it. We're going to come over here. We're going to take out this flower pot. We're coming to take out the last of the flower pots, the last of the money. I am almost a true Jedi. You might be also, unless you've already gotten it. You might already be there. If you're still working on it, in this play scene, there's, again, the force-sensitive stuff. There is the tree and flower pots. There are the silo containers. There's also those blocks right there where you need the 2 force-sensitive people to lift up together. If you go on if you set your lead character on the left block, there's the money going all the way up. I'm actually about to get the True Jedi, but if you're still working on it, there's still plenty of money opportunities in this play scene alone, and then also in the next play scene, there's plenty of money opportunities. So they do make sure that there's more than enough Lego studs in each of the chapters to ensure that you can come out of the free play with the True Jedi rank. There's no reason why you are coming out without it. I mean, we all have our clumsy moments. Jar Jar's not the only one. There's no such thing as a human that doesn't have a clumsy moment. And for any human to think that they don't have a clumsy moment, that right there is clumsiness in itself. We all do. That's what makes us human. If you don't want to have clumsiness in you, maybe next time be born a robot. I don't know. None of us are gods. So We are what we are. We just try to do the best we can. Now I got True Jedi. There was a mini kit in that. We had to tear up the 3 blocks, put together the metal silo, and thermal detonate the metal silo. That's why I needed them. Now I want to come up here. Now it might take a minute for your secondary character to realize you're not down there with them. Hello. Keep up. All right. We're going to go through the window to the dining hall. Now we have a mini kit and our power brick in this dining hall. Let's shut up the public nuisance. And we are going to have ourselves a Star Wars edition of Beauty and the Beast. We're going to put together the chairs. Excuse me, you guys are not invited. Please leave. This is for VIP members only. Go away. We're going to put together the tables. We're going to assassinate the statue. We're going to step on the button to open the cabinets so Mrs. Pot can do her things. And have the plates and cups. Set the table. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our talents to the test. And then we're going to destroy the whole wonderful dining set. We are just going to destroy it. Because it looks so pretty, right? It's a beautiful dining set. That's why we want to destroy it. We're jealous. It looks better than us. Dang it. But when you destroy the entire dining set, right above is the power brick. There's your power brick. Now you can either stack those 2 glowing tables against this wall below the pillars, or you can high jump in behind the pillars. You can then you need to grapple up. You can try to high jump, but Jar Jar was bumping his head, I think. So get all the way up here. Now, if you have the fear of falling off of ledges and having to repeat the process again, R2, if he swerves off, he will jet thrust back over if you need him to. He can kind of salvage the risk of the fall. We're going to come over here. Hey, look. Let's play copycat. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. He didn't even try. Assassinate the statue again. There are 3 statues here. Of course, in story mode, we're following the story mode here. We're going to take out the middle one and come on down here. There are 2 more mini kits that we need to get in this hangar. And they're relatively simple to get. Once again, we got our 6 pilots, 3 of which are wishing to co-pilot in the astromech cockpit. Basically suiciding themselves out in space. The other 3 are going to be just fine, except for they're not going to have any navigational help because their co-pilot's dead in the astromech cockpit. But aside from that, we're going to go to the far left, stack these blocks, jump up, take out the first battle droid, because we are going to need to lock in our winnings when we get done. Shut up the battle droid security. And we need to thermal detonate those metal silo containers. You can actually detonate once it's been lobbed instead of letting it blast back in your face like it did me. I did not think about that until after it was bouncing back in my direction, and I found myself wishing I had. That felt awesome. Anyways, we're going to jump all the way up here. You need the Dark Force user to put that ledge we built in place. We're going to grab that 9th mini kit. We're going to come over here. We're going to follow the path that we did in story mode. But I had a jumping issue right here for some dumb reason. I intended to just drop, and Darth Maul decided he wanted to show off. If that happens, again, there was these blocks to stack right here that we did in story mode. So, there's no major thing, just a little nuisance. Just a little annoying moment of personal clumsiness from a show-off. We're gonna... Now, my intention here, this is an accidental discovery. I did not think about the upper ledge wrapping all the way around the entire hangar. I did not think about it doing that, and I probably should have, and I wish I had. But we still got that co-pilot over here. This was an accidental discovery when I was setting this up for you guys, but I'm pointing it out because it actually did me a huge favor. My intention with R2 was to drift over, come down here, and rescue that guy, and then continue on with the story in the old approach I would have done. Yeah, the things you discover in your games after you've been playing it for a while, it's amazing. That's kind of the point of playing the game. Play around. You never know what you come across. But this gives us easy leverage to get to our final mini kit. We have 6 more pilots to rescue. We're going to make them wonder why we're on the ceiling, up on the ceiling and not down there with them trying to help them. All right, fine. I'll help you. Hold on. Now, this was tricky. And R2 was not helping at all. Like, I had to, push him off. Like, out of my way, dude. I love you, man. You're an awesome droid, but get out of my way. There we go. That way I don't have to go down there and deal with them. That's 2 more pilots freed while I'm in my past direction to getting the mini kit. Now, the other 2, I don't think we would have ever had the angle to be able to see from up here, even though if we had the ability to turn the camera ourselves, we probably could have if they had given us that ability. That would have been a helpful perk. But we're going to take out these, the last of these battle droids to free the last 2 pilots. And now we need our astromech to free us out of this level. We now have unlocked with the power brick the super slap. That sounds painful. Sounds like when I upset my wife. True Jedi ranking. Get the money. Get that money. In the words of Qui-Gon Jinn, greed can be a powerful ally. It can also be a self-sabotage too. I mean, it was for Watto. Our 10 mini kits built the Naboo Starfighter. And honestly, when we do the mini kit showcase, that's the ship I would recommend because it moves a lot smoother, quicker, and it fires quicker. We got 2 gold bricks. And up was that Wessel. If you might have seen, it looked as though it's already been played. It has. I have had difficulty because of how long this level is, particularly the free play part. Seeing if I can get it meshed together, both the free play and the challenge, for the YouTube channel playlist purpose. And something went wrong and I had to replay this. So, but you saw me get the first blue mini kit up on that middle balcony at the start of where we started to the left, right? Okay, now the second one is behind these window shutters where we had a normal mini kit before. We're going to come down below. We are going to continue with the story. When we reach this atrium up ahead, we're going to go down the hall to the left. Blue mini kit number 3. We're going to continue on and move to the next atrium, to the next hall area. Now, when I was trying to get moving here again, my droideka decided he wanted a pot shot one of these guys, and it pissed him off. So, As you've seen so far, I generally just roll right through them, but I gave them reason to retaliate. So, when I got to this hall and I realized I was being just heavily pursued, you guys are just seriously dedicated for a retaliation effort that's not going to get them a promotion. I just decided to finally just clear them out of the hall so I could have them off my butt. But anyways, the 4th blue mini kit is up here, and behind that rocket wall, that is I don't know. Like, obviously it's not a rocket, it's too thin, but just the design, I don't know what to make of it. We're going to come on down here. We are going to continue on with the story. We got the control panel we need to put together that came out of the statue. Piece it together, access it, so we move on. The 5th blue mini kit is going to be behind the window shutters to our right, halfway up these steps. Jump in, grab it, and we have 2 more blue mini kits in the area. Continue on. I'm going to use the lift for R2 for the purpose of getting up smoother. Although, I went a little too far, so now I need the lift to come back down. And it sucks to be that young, and that secondary character really should consider changing his mask. So the 6th blue mini kit. Well, you might have seen one just across that gap right there. You see that one over there. We'll be over there in a second. We'll make that our 7th blue mini kit. I want to go ahead and grab this one since it's slightly out of the way, because that 7th one will be in the path of us working our way out of the placing. So the 6th blue mini kit is where a normal mini kit had been up above the window settings here. We're going to come back across, and like I said, because we got to hit that button to open the gate to leave the placing, we already got to come across here anyway. So that's blue mini kit number 7. I figured catch it in our directional path, right? So we're coming over here, hit the button, leave the placing. Now we are going to come on down here, and we are going to once again, for personal valuable reasons, jump off the ledge. And there is a blue mini kit in this little corner here. Now let's grapple our way up to the dining hall window. And it might take a minute for your partner to catch up. I'm waiting. Hello, where are you? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You do know we have a timer going, right? Jeez. Double time it. At this rate, triple time it. We're going to run up these steps, and we will deal with that middle statue. But first, let's take care of this statue to the right. We're going to go up the steps behind it and grab blue mini kit number 9. Now we will go behind the statue in the middle. And I say middle, if you hadn't noticed, in the left side of the room, there is another statue. But we're going to come out to the hangar. You know, if these pilots can't stop being captured, this is on them. I'm not going to bother rescuing them this time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you're screwed. You're just ignorant. I'm not even gonna bother. We've already rescued y'all twice. We're not rescuing you a third time. You figure it out. 10th blue mini kit is behind the last 2 pilots. And that is 10 blue mini kits. Now, like I said, I already played through this, but when you got the power brick, you unlocked an extra item in the cantina store, so we're going to run over there. And you should have also gotten access to the 4th gold brick. I'm trying to remember if I can't remember if we got that in the pod race or if I had gotten that in this. I've done 2 of these levels today, and this one has taken me the longest to put together. So the editing process has been so much more tedious than what the pod race one put me through. That one was simple. But anyways, double check about that gold brick. I can't remember if I had purchased it after this free play chapter or in the last one. But after this, we're going to start the story mode for episode 2. Now, why not chapter Darth Maul? Because we don't have a clone trooper yet. There is a power brick and a mini kit and a blue mini kit that requires a clone trooper to access us to get the power brick, 1 mini kit and 1 blue mini kit. So we'll have to come back once we have the clone trooper. That won't be until 2nd or 3rd chapter of episode 2. So we'll just go ahead and run the story for episode 2, and then when we go back to doing free play, we will go back to Darth Maul first before doing the free play and challenge modes of episode 2. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below, and thank you for following. May the Force be with you.